So I'm watching a video of a Dutch history teacher explaining the relationship between Nazis and Zionists. My doubts have been cleared, but I want to talk about this without giving any kind of hint of opinion, just historical facts. I assume that after Jesus' death and resuscitation and he's brought to heaven, ascension, the Jews were chased by Romans, right? And that's how the Jews spread around the world in the Jewish diaspora, right? Mind you, Jews were expelled from countries all the time. All the time. From Spain to, at least. So when you start to research this, there, at least to me, came doubts to my head. Like, oh, so Germany was not the first. The German expulsion of the Jews, it was just the last. Okay, it's the last one. So you can understand that Jews want to go back to what we know Palestine, because there is the Jerusalem, right? You would think, okay, that makes sense. The Jews were promised something. They're not really clear on what they promised, the promised land. That sounds to me a little bit vague. I am going to further explain this because in my own personal experience, I have not encountered nor met Jews. I know the first time that I knew of a Jew guy is because it was the boyfriend of a posh girl of a school. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting. I would like to learn more about Judaism. Cut to, then I met another girl on Instagram, but we don't talk. But this was not long ago. And every time I try to research Judaism, it's full of secrets. And you cannot go in. The first thing that you learn is that the Torah it's not supposed to be translated or whatever. And I'm not gonna learn Hebrew. Okay, I'm not gonna. So it's so hard. Why? I don't have a good relationship with secrets nor lies. I don't. So why are you so opaque on what you believe? Always under the perspective of Jesus Christ was a Jew and he is the Son of God. Jesus is the King, okay? Jesus is the way, Jesus is the Word, Jesus is, right? So it is unfair, that God is leading you to this place and now Romans, and if you know me, you know my opinions about the Romans. So I'm not defending no one, okay? But I do dislike strongly the Romans. So as an empathy exercise, of course you would empathize with the Jews. They were chased and then they had to escape, right? And they just want to go back. But how do you do it? There's people living there. And then the the things that do not make sense about the painter. There are so many inconsistencies, there are so many weird things, and when you get to learn that he was into mysticism shit, now the focus starts to disappear. And the genetic DNA experiments. And don't forget the Japanese. They play a role in all of this. You may just not know. So there was like an office, like an official Nazi office in Palestine. You know, this is so funny to me. This is so funny. So funny. See, if Jesus didn't come when the Romans were in the Middle East, when Jesus would have come before the Romans, this would have never happened. So, it's because of Jesus that his existence, the mere existence of Jesus marks that the Romans will persecute the Jews. The Jews were expelled from Spain 2 times because Jesus. The painter hated the Jews apparently because of Jesus. Kids and families are destroyed, bombarded, dying in Palestine because of Jesus. You can argue whether you believe in Jesus or not, but his existence effects, just, it's obvious to let you know, one man, one poor man that had nothing. He wouldn't carry things around. One man existence triggered the actual situations of things nowadays. You can deny it all you want. You can not believe in him all you want. But to deny that he was important, that only leads me to distrust you. Because you cannot deny God's plan on all of this. Jesus didn't come before or after, because of Jesus, Nazis exist. But do not take this the wrong way, though. Because he just existed. Who developed AI, who developed nuclear bombs, who developed drone technology, who developed rockets, who developed social media, who developed algorithms, who developed vaccines, who developed capitalism, who developed communism, who developed China, who developed North Korea, who developed psychology, who developed Hollywood, who developed planes, who developed everything. Jesus didn't do all of that. Mankind did.